About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was using my computer and it stopped going onto websites. So I did a reinstall, or I shut the computer down and did a restart. And I couldn't get on any of the websites. So I decided to use my Ubuntu. And I put my thumbnail drive in. I was able to get on the website. So now I come back, reboot Windows 10 back up. I pull up Foxfire, and it won't get on the websites. So I go out of Foxfire and I go in Edge, Microsoft Edge, and it goes on the website. So I said, all right, something happened. So I went looking and I realized Windows had done an update. I said, okay, they really don't like Foxfire, but it could be a compatibility problem. So I pull up Foxfire, and after reading online how to update it or whatever, so I hit the update button. It did a few things. It changed things on me. I had to go looking for my menus. It was a real pain. It took at least 2 hours to get it back to where I wanted it. So yesterday I'm online and I'm looking at different YouTube videos about people that say that YouTube has changed. They're getting greedier. One guy was being stalked by somebody over the website. I was reading different things, and then all of a sudden it locked up. The guy had said something. I went back to see what he said a second time, and it locked up. And I realized it's real slow. Everything's all messed up. So I said, all right, let me go and do a restart on the computer. And I noticed Windows had done an update. So it says update and then shut down. So I'll let it update. I shut down. I went off. I powered everything back up. Foxfire don't work. Okay. My video player is gone. It doesn't work. So I'm like, oh man. So I read online, and when I go with Ubuntu, and it says basically let Windows 10 diagnose it. So I went back around, restarted it, let Windows reinstall itself, and all this other stuff. What it wanted, it told me it was doing this, doing that. I let it do its thing. All right, what it did to me was it uninstalled all my programs. All my programs I've been collecting for years will no longer work with Windows 10. Now, this is the story of the Windows 10 saga. First, it killed off my printer, and then I had to buy other things and change, and now it's just really did a massive dump on me. So I noticed, I was surfing around last night, and I noticed, I said, where's my Norton? Okay. It knocked Norton out. So I go to bring Norton back up, and Norton is totally lost. Okay, so I went online on Norton, and the girl gives me a number, and you're supposed to enter the number. Where enter the number? I put it in the box. It didn't like it. I was like, you know what? Let me go looking for the files somewhere on my computer, and I found the Norton. I went to reinstall. It says reinstall program. I click it. It says no, it will not work with this version of Windows 10. I said that's it. That's exactly what I was thinking. So I went online and I went around, and at one point it said my renewal was only a day or so more to go, and I said, oh man. So anyway, would you like to renew it now? And of course they want you to have LifeLock now. They start pushing other stuff on you. You go in these big circles, and I finally clicked on it, and then it wants to watch your search engine words. See, everybody wants to know what you're doing so they can sell the information. That's it. And you can read all the disclaimers you want, but that's what they really want. And Microsoft is like Apple. It wants to own everything. It wants to control everything. You know, like your video player, I think I use VLC, something like that. I've been using it for years. It doesn't like that. All right. So one of the things I noticed is I read a lot of schematics, and they're PDFs, and you zoom in on the PDF, and when you zoom in, the Microsoft browser for PDF won't let you go right or left. You basically have a window on the page, and you zoom in, and that's it. You can't go right and left. The last I tried it, okay? So I put this other one in there. I think it was Foxit or something like that. It doesn't like that one, okay? So with a computer, you could spend years with these little utilities you try out. Oh, I lost my budget program. That's nice. No problem. Yeah, I'll just go buy another budget program and re-enter all the data that I had in there. Yeah, they really did me in. So I went for a walk today to Walmart to get some food, and the Walmart has its nonsense inside. Those little plastic bags, you can't figure out, you can't get them open. Their computer system drives you nuts. You walk from one end of the store to the other end of the store to where there's lights lit up that the self checkout. But then when you get there, the girl says these aren't open. I said, well, turn the lights off. And she starts, Mom, I said, look, go tell it to your mother. Okay, I was in a bad mood at that point. And this other guy's talking to me. I said, this is getting ridiculous. Okay, you're supposed to know those aisles are open when the lights are on. You walk all the way down, and there's other people walking down also. Turn the damn light off. Well, we're sanitizing it. Turn the light off, okay? It's too hard of a problem, you know. I went through several weeks with Walmart trying to get them to take a tree down across a railing that was their property. They said it wasn't their property. I called the town went up, and then they called me back and said, John, that's not our property, that's Walmart's. Everybody's pulling this crap. And I'm starting to think, you know, YouTube lost a bunch of people because they played their little games. And I did not know that they didn't ask me if I wanted to monetize. They just put commercials in my videos. They didn't tell me. I had people getting pissed at me, telling me my videos weren't worth the commercials they had to go through. I didn't know what they were talking about. Okay, so YouTube has pissed me off. Okay, this might be my last video. Everybody is getting so greedy and sneaky. It's annoying. Now I have the Norton installed, and as I'm trying to do stuff, things are popping up. Would you like a LifeLock this, LifeLock that? I bought it. Leave me alone. I said no two times already. But, you know, first you say no when you install it. You say no after you install it. You tell them no when you're online. They keep bugging you, okay? And Norton keeps having these things come along the bottom. What about this? What about that? Do you want this? Do you want that? You know, I'm paying them money for them to try to advertise stuff to me. You know, and then I did that Classmates thing where you can contact classmates. It's a total scam. They're starting to put ads on some of their stuff. You know, you pay to get in there. It's almost impossible to cancel. The people that you think are in there, they're not in there anymore. It's all a big scam. Anytime somebody visits the Classmates from your school or whatever, it tells you someone has visited. You go look, you don't even know who the person is. That's a scam. So I'm saying to myself, you know, I got to start getting away from all this nonsense. This is total nonsense. Okay? You see how the country's going. It's gone into like this spiral. There's no common sense anymore. And everybody's being jerky. And like I said to the one guy, I'm standing in line, I said, no, you can go ahead of me. I said, I'm still cooling down. I said, I walk from one end of the Walmart to the other. And it's no short distance. And that's after I've walked a mile over to there. And then you get there and the woman says, I'm sanitizing. Well, if you got the lights on, people are going to go there to check out. Turn the lights off. Well, obviously, they're probably told not to turn the lights off for whatever reason, okay? And they do that in the dollar store sometimes, too. The girl will have the light off, and then she expects you to guess where she's standing because she's putting stuff on the shelf. So then you go over to the counter, she says, no, I'm over here. I said, well, put your light on, you know? But they get mad because you can't figure out where you're supposed to go, but they don't have the light on. See, these are very simple concepts in life that other people seem to not understand. You know, the dollar store. If you're at a certain position and you're working there, but you walk away to put stock up, put your light on. This way the person knows to walk up to your spot. No, that's not how it works, the real world. Now, I went into the dollar store the other day and there was a girl actually asleep on the counter. She's not there anymore. They must not have told her they have cameras. But anyway, she was asleep and she got annoyed that I woke her up to check me out. Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks of this stuff. I don't want to give you it all, but you probably had this happen to you where you get a run of like, this is so stupid. I can't believe this is that messed up. But like last night, I realized my Norton wasn't there anymore. And if you go into the Norton to the files and try to reinstall, it tells you it won't work with this version of Windows. See, Windows got my printer and everything was working. And then I updated to 10 and my printer stopped working. And then I bought this new printer that takes $37 worth of ink to print maybe 100 pages, if that, okay? and it's just getting so hilarious. Now I have to check my printer now and see if it'll scan, or I might have to reinstall my printer again with the new version of Windows 10. And see, this camera here, I'm using the Windows program because the Logitech software won't work with Windows 10. And this was the latest camera when I bought it. And I was like, and I'm sitting there, I'm going, Windows and Microsoft, they want you to use all their stuff. And that's what it is. Now, if you want to do the extra work, you can eventually get the program or the software to work on Windows 10. But if they're going to keep re-updating me and wiping things out, it's too much work. Okay? And that did happen in the past, but nothing as bad as this. Okay? And then you got to go in and, you know, make it an old type program. I don't know if Windows, let's see, what that would be, 32, 64-bit and 32. I believe Windows 10 maybe might be 128. I don't know. I know my computer is good enough, but when Windows 10 came out, older printers did work, and then when the update came, the printer stopped working. What they did was they took the driver, the old driver, and they made it non-compatible with Windows 10. They could have made it compatible. It's all a big game, you know, and they lie. Everybody lies. Walmart says it wasn't their tree on their property that was down, blocking the way. And I went to corporate online, and I told them whatever it is, and it's town property, and I told them where all the boundary lines were, real nice and neat, in like 10 sentences or 5 sentences. I got an email back from a girl, and she says, "Hi, my name's Candy. We'll make her name Candy. How can I help you today?" And I wrote back, "Read the effing email." And then I then proceeded to, they said, "Well, why don't you go tell the store manager?" And I went and told them that that manager can't bring the shopping carts back to the store. They get in other shopping centers, and they get loaded up with Walmart shopping carts, and they can't get anybody from Walmart to come over and get the shopping carts, so they scrap them out for money. It's insane asylum, okay? And I know right away, like last night when I reloaded everything and I was missing stuff, I said, here we go again. This is and I'm not moving forward. All the things I'm doing is just to get what I had working, okay? And there's nothing I hate worse than when I go to print something and the printer has to be reinstalled because Windows updated. Now it wants the printer reinstalled. You know, you reinstall the printer and 20 minutes later you print your piece of paper, and then the next few weeks later it does it to you again. So a lot of the work you're doing is the same old, same old. It's just like if you're working for a stupid company and they keep screwing up like this, and you never really move forward in the company because they got you doing the same job over because they screwed up. But it's getting to be a real mess, and a lot of it's because technology is really moving fast. Okay, now I tell you, I'm coming up on 70 years old, and at night I'm not that good. In other words, I get really tired at the end of the day, and I know exactly what road I'm going to go down. And this girl gave me a PIN number, but didn't tell me where to put the PIN number. And then it's so stupid. And I had to go around her. And I think she's AI, artificial intelligence. I don't even think it's a real girl. And they give you so many choices real quick. They scroll up off the screen. You're in a little box, but the messages they send to you go off the box. So now you got to go up. You got to scroll up to read what they sent you. They don't even think making the box bigger. It's just stupid. Okay. And if you make the box bigger on my end, then they switch you to something else, and now the box it's stupid. And it's like nobody ever really checks it out to see if it works right, you know. But I think I end up buying, I think it said $0 for a couple days more, and then they're going to charge me for it. At one point I saw it was 80-something bucks. Norton is not worth 80-something. Oh, you get LifeLock too. You get more commercials. That's it. It's all a joke. And what I need to do is I need to wean myself from the hours of death scrolling on YouTube, watching videos, and then I noticed it's a video I watched 5 years ago. See, YouTube just wants short videos now. They want you to watch a commercial, watch a short video, watch another commercial, watch a short video. Okay? They don't want long videos. That's why they want it like TikTok. They want to make money, 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 money. And a few people that had really big channels, they quit. They're gone. And some of them were driven off by the viewers. What was it, Pure Living for Life? I used to watch that. Okay, so the two may believe they were husband and wife or whatever, and they were building this house, and the sponsors send them stuff, and they did box openings, and okay, but it is what it is. You don't have to watch the video. Well, people went after them and threatened them, and people were exchanging where they lived, and I guess they got tired of it. On the last video, the guy was complaining that people are using ad blockers and they're not getting the revenue they need. So they had this big channel and they weren't getting the revenue, so they bailed, because YouTube started itself out by creating, they used to give you a plaque if you had so many views, and that was all to get started. Once they got started, they're going for the money, okay? And it's just like a lot of the programs that were on the internet, like Norton and McAfee, they started out, they were free. But if you're in a business, you had to pay them some money. But now everybody has to pay. Okay, that's how it is. It's not really bait and switch. It is what it is. And there were always some free virus programs, and then they sort of disappeared, or they weren't compatible with Windows 10. I lost a lot of programs when Windows 10 come along, and I'm still losing them. And I'm starting to think, you know what? Walk away from some of this. You know, spend more time doing something else. And because it's just a job. Keeping Windows working is becoming a job. You know, every time it updates, something stops working. And then I'm like, what went wrong? Did the browser go wrong? Did the Windows go wrong? Is my computer bad? I could just imagine what other people go through. See, what I do is I have a thumbnail drive. I put in Ubuntu, whatever the hell it is, and then I make sure everything works. And then when I do that, then the next thing I do is I use Microsoft Edge, and then I realized they killed my Foxfire. Okay, because they don't like Foxfire. All right, they want you to use Edge. And I like Foxfire because I've been using it for years. But Foxfire itself, when I reloaded it the other day, it changed some of the way it worked, and it messed me up for a while. You have to learn a new system, and you're not really going forward. You're learning a new system that does all the old things. And it's like when you get a new car. You know, for a while there, the Ford had the horn on the end of the signal shifter. Okay, I forget the name of the car, the brand, but it was a Ford, but I forget what model. But that's the nonsense that goes on. And I used to have people ask me questions about computers. It's doing this. As I said, that's the little shit stuff. I said, where do you actually start using the computer? You know, like in their case, when they power it up and turn it on for the first or second time, their boxes would come up. And they didn't know about the little X in the corner, you know, and you explain all that, but it takes a lot to get to the level where they really can screw you. And that's when I have a problem, I sit there going, this is going to be good. Now, with the Ubuntu, I can power up, I can go online, and I can put in the complaint, and then you find 2 or 3 people that do it the hard way. They go, I forget what it. They have you go into the actual software, the registry, and then another person says all you have to do is update this and fix it. And that's the guy I'm looking for. You know, there's people that fix everything by going into the registry, and you know, and are they telling you the truth or are they messing you up? You know, but in other words, you gotta spend a good hour going through to find that the guy that really figured it out and fixed it the most simplest way. You fix it, and a few weeks later, the problem's back because something is updated, and now it's a sore thumb again. It's right in front of you, and you're like, oh, I'm never gonna get away from this. But I just had to do this video, man. It's therapy. It's unbelievable. You know, like if I was really doing something other than watching YouTube videos at the time, I could say, okay, that was really bad. But I'm watching YouTube videos, and I'm listening to the people that say they're not making any money anymore, and that's not what I was doing. I just noticed that the viewership was down, and everybody's mentioned that. But I know my videos are very obscure. Okay, and you still get the stupid questions. Like I showed people a bunch of receivers. I showed them that I made a power supply for the receivers. And then you get a guy that asks you a question that says, is that power supply for receivers or for transmitters? You didn't watch the video. He wants to know what he wants to know without watching the video. Okay? So I said something to him and he goes, no, thank you for responding or something and being so thoughtful or nice or what. No, I should have really went off on you because you're stupid. You didn't watch the video. And I do mention that on some of my videos. I said, don't put a comment in unless you watch the video all the way through. And other guys are starting to say that too, like Shango. He got mad there for a while at people, but he's making money. Okay? And but if you read through the lines and you watch certain people's videos, you can hear them make comments. All right, you don't read through the lines. You actually hear what they're saying. That YouTube's changed. It jumped the shark. Okay? It jumped the shark. And there's a lot of people that are using it, but they're showing you old videos. They're recommending old stuff because I don't think as many people are making videos. I think it's run its course. I know I'm wearing out. You know, I did enough stuff. I got a transmitter coming, and I'm going to play around with that. Even though I don't have a license, I know I can run it into a dummy load. I can totally refurbish a transmitter and test it just running it into a dummy load. Okay, I've done this before, but you know, at some point I might get a license. I really want to do code though. I don't want to talk on the line like an old man and get up there and bitch and moan. I'll do that on YouTube, you know. But you know, and then some of the places, the videos I've been watching, they've really dropped off. They're not doing as many videos. And then like Shango. He's done enough televisions, he's done enough radios, and I don't know how long that's going to last. He's got a lot of videos, you know, and because he's done a lot of repairs. And then I read the comments on his website, and there's some real a-holes out there. But he does go in and delete them. But people don't watch his video all the way through, and he does say he makes mistakes. And he tells you when he goes off on a tangent. You know, you go off on a tangent, you're troubleshooting in the wrong spot. And then it hits you, oh, it's over here. And he tells you that. He explains it. That's part of the troubleshooting. But, of course, the people that never fix anything, they know they're smarter than he is. But I just had to do this video. I think that's it. Hopefully this uploads and you can watch it. And if it doesn't work, you won't be able to watch it. You won't know this video's been done. I think that's it. All right, that's it.